Et bienvenue mes amis, and welcome to another episode of Ce qui n'est pas français n'est pas amusant. In other words, if it's not French, it's not fun. And this is our 1.2 vocabulary from our favorite textbook, Bien dit, Level 1. Now this list is a little bit larger than the last one we had, so I'm sure you'll want to have your 1.2 vocabulary guide handy, and we're going to go a little bit faster. I know you're up to it. We'll get started with this word, un bureau. Un bureau. You try. And this word means a desk, like a large desk that you would see in a classroom where the teacher sits. That kind of desk. All right, we move on. Un écran. Un écran. You try it. And this means a screen, like you would see that's being used with a projector. Okay? So far, have you figured out our category? Well, we'll try another one and see if you can figure it out. Here we go. Un élève. Un élève. You try. And that means student, a male student. And our category for this vocabulary is things in the classroom. All right, you probably knew that. Right, number 4 coming up. Un garçon. Un garçon. All right, you give it a whirl. All right, notice the cedille under the C, which makes that hard C soft. And a garçon is a boy. I see lots of those in my classroom. We go on. Un livre. Un livre. All right, you try. And this means book. Easy enough. Number 6 coming up. Un meuble de rangement. I'll say that a little bit slower. Un meuble de rangement. Okay, you try that mouthful. And that's a long way of saying cabinet, like you might see in your classroom. Okay, leave it to the French to make a little word such a long word. 7. Un mur. Un mur. Okay, remember it's that U sound in the U. Un mur. You try. Now, what could this be? Well, that's a wall. I mean, we've got plenty of those in our classroom. Next one up. Un ordinateur. Un ordinateur. Go for it. And that's how we say computer. All right. In other words, the French would call it the ordinateur. All right. Number 9. Un poster. Un poster. All right, go for it. All right, I'm sure you don't have to be a brainiac to know that this is a poster. It's what we call a true cognate. It's spelled the same and it means the same in both languages. Number 10, we're a quarter of the way through with un professeur. Un professeur. Go on. And that's how we say teacher, a male teacher, in French. Okay. What's next? Ah, un projecteur. Un projecteur. You try that one? And I'm sure you probably figured out it means projector. Number 12. Un pupitre. Un pupitre. All right, give it your best shot. And you see lots of these in the classroom. They are the desks that students use, the smaller ones. So now we have 2 words for desks. The big one, un bureau, and the smaller ones, un pupitre. All right, 13. Un tableau. Un tableau. All right, not too bad. You try it. And this is the word we use for whiteboard. Now, when I was going to school, they were blackboards. Actually, they were green, but we called them blackboards. But it's that board that you write on in front of the classroom. Okay, got it? All right, next. Une carte. Une carte. Go on, you try. And in French, that's how we say a map. 15. Now we've got une chaise. Une chaise. Try that one. And that's the word for chair. Kind of looks like chair. Next one up. Une élève. Une élève. Won't take you long to try this one. Go on. And the reason is because we had this before, but only in the masculine form. But notice the word itself didn't change, only the article. And that means a student, but this is a female student. The male is un élève. The female student is une élève. All right, I'm sure you got it. Let's go on. Une fenêtre. Une fenêtre. All right, you try it. And that's the word for window. Going on with our nouns. Une fille. Une fille. That double L is pronounced like a Y. All right, you try. And that's how we say girl. Number 19. Une porte. Une porte. Go on, give it a whirl. And I'll tell you that means door. Makes sense. Port, portway, door. Yeah. Next up, number 20. Une professeure. Une professeure. Go on, try it. Now, if this sounded familiar, it's because before we had the masculine form, this is the female form, and it means a teacher, female. So male, un professeur, female, une professeure. 21, we're on the back side. Une salle de classe. Une salle de classe. Go on, try that one. And that means, whoops, my bad. That means classroom. Okay, so I gave you a peek at the next one. Not too bad. Let's go on and see it. Une table. Une table. Go on, you say it. And this is also a true cognate because it means table. Aren't you glad? All right, 23. Une télévision. Une télévision. All right, your turn. And I'm sure you figured out this is a television. The short version is une télé if you want to say TV. Okay, there you go. 24. This is a command. Asseyez-vous. Asseyez-vous. You try it. And when a teacher says this, the teacher is saying, sit down. Let's try another command. Levez-vous. Levez-vous. All right? You give the command now. And that means stand up. So it's the opposite of asseyez-vous. I think we've got some more commands. Let's see. Yes. Faites attention. Faites attention. All right, you give that one a shot. And teachers are always saying, pay attention. Notice the French version is do attention, but it gets the same idea across. All right, 27. Another command. Écoutez. Écoutez. All right, you give it a try. And that means listen. All right, we'll go on. Still another command. Répétez. Répétez. Remember that R sound. Go for it. And that's how we say repeat in French. All right, number 29. Entrez. Entrez. You go for it. And this is a regular ER verb that means to enter. All right, let's start our final 10 with dans. Dans. You try. And that means in. All right, going on. Sur. Sur. Again, it's that U sound. Sur. All right, you pronounce it. And that's how you say on. Moving along. Il y a. Il y a. Or as we say a little bit faster, il y a. All right, you do it. And this is a very handy expression that means there is or there are. You'll use it all the time, I promise you. Remember this one. Well, remember all of them, but this one is a good one. All right, next one, 33. Monsieur. Monsieur. All right, you try it. Now this one's a little bit odd because it looks like we should say monsieur, but we don't. We pretend like the ON's not there and we just say monsieur. Don't know why, we just do. But that means Mr. All right? We go on. Madame. Madame. That's easy enough. You try it. And that means Mrs. Literally means my lady. Okay, so you can see. Madame. All right, next up. Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle. Or if you say it really fast, mademoiselle. You try. And this is the title of an unmarried lady, means Miss. Okay? I'm not sure what the French equivalent of Ms. is. I'll have to find that out. All right, last 5 coming up. S'il te plaît. S'il te plaît. All right, you try it. Did you notice we really didn't say the L? We just said s'il te plaît. It means please if you're talking to one person. The S means singular. All right, the next one. S'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît. You try it. And you might have guessed this also means please, but if you're talking to more than one person, that PL means plural. All right? Last 3. Je ne comprends pas. I'll say that slowly for you. Je ne comprends pas. All right, you say it. A very handy phrase, I don't understand. All right. Oh, I'm running out of time. Just got about a minute to go. Let's get these last 2 in. Comment dit-on love en français? Comment dit-on love en français? Okay, do the best you can with this. Go on. That means, how do you say love in French? Okay, and I'm going to finish up quickly with que veut dire amour? Que veut dire amour? All right, you try. And that means, what does amour mean? All right, I've just got about 15 seconds left. Enjoyed being with you. Hope you enjoyed this 1.2 vocabulary. You know I'll be back with another vocabulary very soon. And we say au revoir, mes amis.